Hi, this is Mr. Lauren with Reading is Fantastical, and we have here Miss Christel Bell with her book. So tell us a little bit about your book and what your process was, Christel.
So the title of my book is Christel's
Christel.
Breaking News.
Okay,
So yes, Christel.
gotcha.
And so this is a little girl that discovered her world of news journalism and
Okay.
found her way into news just by one simple visit to a news station. So this book is about representation. I wrote it because first of all, I had done research and I didn't see any stories about children being exposed to being on news and going into the world of news, broadcasting, journalism. And if you really think about what news is, it's looking for answers, searching for truth.
Yes.
So I wanted to write this book because it was important to me. I've done many stories about literacy, and I wanted to be able to do something to promote literacy in children of color.
Yes.
It's been studies have shown, research has shown that children are more enticed and excited to read when they see a book that looks like them. And so I was very intentional about making sure little Christel had natural hair. And the story derives because I wore natural hair or braids extensions on television one time.
Okay.
And a young lady emailed me saying she had finally felt seen because she saw me wearing braids. And so one of the first images you'll see is this little girl watching someone on television with braids. And so that's kind of how it came about.
Oh, got it.
So I thought it was just a powerful story. My story of how I came into news is truly unconventional.
Yes.
My father cleaned the building of a television station.
Wow.
And so he took me to work one night, and that was the first time that I had ever been to a television station, met a news anchor, and it was such an eye-opening, memorable experience that I never forgot. And who knew that it would come back to me full circle? So it's little bits and pieces about that that are in the story. So it's based on that, but it's just about teaching our kids to dream big and teaching parents and guardians that when we put our children in places, we never know what will come of it. And so my dad, I asked him, Dad, you remember that trip to the news station? And he was like, I kind of remember it, but for him, it was just giving me an opportunity. But for me, it became so much more memorable. So it's important that we listen to our kids. And if they say they want to do something, then we make those avenues and make those opportunities available for them to explore. And that's what it's all about.
So those first exposures are very important for our kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It is. And again, I didn't know it would become full circle. This has been on my heart to do for such a very long time. I've been a news anchor reporter in the business for almost 20 years.
Nice.
And so I worked in several different markets. And I just was like, after I got that email from that young lady, I was like, I've got to do this. I have to finish this. So I encourage when I go out and I talk to people, I tell adults, write the story.
Yes.
Write it down and put it out there because someone needs to hear it. And so I'm just like, I got to do it. I got to do it.
Yes.
And I did.
Well, we appreciate you doing that. That kind of reminds me of my story. One of the first things I heard was Tony Brown's journal way back in the day. And that kind of got me started to be a communications major in Temple at University in Philadelphia. So that's awesome.
It starts with someone.
Absolutely.
I saw someone on television, and I was inspired by her too.
Yes.
So it starts somewhere. So the other part of this is affirmations, and it's also teaching prayers.
Yes.
At a young age, God does answer prayers, so you'll see that in this book too.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you taking the time, Ms. Christel.
Oh, and if you want to connect with me, you can always find me on my website. You can go to Christel Bell at CHRISTEL, last name Bell, like ring the bell, BELLTV.com, ChristelBellTV.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you taking the time out.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Bye-bye.